Okay, here we are back with Matt and the dimmer packs.
Excellent. So our dimmers have dip switch addressing. So each switch on each dip switch corresponds to a number. So we want this one to start at 5, so we pushed up our 1 and 3 dips. So it adds 1 and 4 together to start us at 5. And we have 4 channels available on here with 1, 2, 3, and 4. And both of these have the opportunity to be two-furred on the side with 2 outlets.
So technically you could put 8 instruments on this dimmer pack. They would just be two-furred together. There's 4 channels, but you could put 8 instruments in that would be two-furred together. So you don't have independent control of the, like if you had 2 instruments in channel 4, which is really channel 8, because of the way we've got it programmed, you could have 2 instruments there, but they can't be controlled independently. So whatever they're doing, they're going to do the exact same thing.
Correct.
Okay.
We also want to make sure our 10 dip is down if we want it to dim. If we have it up, then they will just either go fully on or fully off.
So why would you ever want to do that?
If the light is an effect light, which just does its own little like strobing effect, then you would want it up on switched.
Okay. So then in that case you're using this dimmer pack just for one instrument or one look, one cue, right?
Correct.
Okay. Which if you have all the money in the world, you can do.
You could.
Yeah. Good. Let's look at the other dimmer and you can tell us. So this is programmed for channels 1 through 4 on the light board. And so would you show us the little switchies?
In this one, only the 1 dip is on. So we start at 1 and we don't need any of the other dips on because we don't need it to start any higher.
Okay, but you don't have the dimmer pack on, flipped up on this one,
Correct.
right?
We have it on dimmer, on the dimmer mode, so it is flipped down. If we wanted it to just be on or off, then we would have it on switch.
Okay,
so the 10th one would be
okay,
up.
so 10th, okay. Now what are all the other numbers for?
If you have more and more lights, then you can't have them reading the same information. So our dip switches allow us to change the address that it responds to.
Okay, I didn't understand that, but if we ever need more lights, we'll get you to come back and show us what to do.
Definitely.
But the important thing is on the dimmer pack 1, channel 1 through 4, number 1 switch needs to be up, and on dimmer pack channels 5 through 8, number 1 and 3 need to be up, and everything else down.
Correct.
And so then the lights are just plugged in to the dimmers. We have, so this will actually be dimmer, no, not dimmer.
Faders.
Fader, yeah.
5,
Fader
6,
5,
and 7.
6, and 7 because of the way it's programmed. Cool.
Excellent.
Anything else you can think of that you need to tell us about how to put all this together?
None immediately.
Okay.
You run your DMX from the board to the order of the dimmers doesn't matter. They will still read the same data based on what their address.
Okay. So we have one DMX cable going from 1 to 4 into this one, which is the first one on that side, whatever that is. And then this DMX cable, so 1 through 4 went into this one. This DMX cable is going into the light board. And in order, we're going to need a longer DMX cable for that, I can already tell. So once it's up. So, and then it goes into the back of the board. And over here. Right here. Into DMX out.
So our DMX data starts at the board and goes to the dimmer to the next dimmer.
Okay, great.
So I personally would always start at the board when running the DMX.
Okay.
That way you don't accidentally turn it around.
So it goes from the board to dimmers 5 through 8 to dimmers 1 through 4.
Correct.
Okay. And why do we use the DMX out on the right versus the left?
It doesn't make a difference.
Okay.
They're both sending mirror images to each other.
Okay. And then what is the MIDI through, MIDI in?
MIDI is another way of controlling it. It's another external source of controlling it that can allow it to sync with music a little easier.
Okay.
And then the fog machine has its own output that syncs with its button.
Got it. Cool. Thank you, Matt. We appreciate you.
Definitely.